prove that he's still got that side of him, the killer, the ferocious.
Now, a lot of holes in his game that you can exploit. Do you feel like he makes a lot more mistakes that you can take advantage of?
He's a great fighter, but I think he have a lot of flaws. I don't think he's offended me, but I'm happy because he underestimated me. I think it's not good idea he make a plans to fight Tyson Fury. I like to make my plans only God. I don't want to make plans for myself. Because if I make a plan for myself, I want to go on top of God, and I can't do that. The God is first, it's the only one. He make the plans, and I think I'm gonna break his plan.
Before we got to murky waters, but we just said, nah, we're diving straight in the deep end. And I think we put on a great show for the fans. And as I said, even though I'd done the job, I always need a good dance partner, and Dylan was a perfect dance partner. This is just my time. 10 years on, I'm still standing strong, still very, very conditioned. My mind's fully focused. I've been through trials and tribulations during my career, but I feel like those trials and tribulations just show me how strong I am to be able to still be standing today. I know a lot of people wouldn't choose to be sat here today.
The tensions have already exploded between Anthony Joshua and Kristian Prenga, with both fighters making it clear this battle is personal.
Now is my time. I need to show the world.
The grave's already been dug, but they keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm just gonna do what I need to do.
I'm not the talker guy, but I'm a puncher guy, and I'm Albanian.
All the talk's cheap. We will see.
You're a great fighter ever, brother, but in the ring, I don't have respect for nobody.
I want you to show me no respect.
As they meet face to face, Kristian Prenga shows no fear, boldly promising that he will stop Joshua before the 10th round.
AJ is here, right? I saw AJ just here doing photos. You saw AJ as well. Is this your first time seeing AJ?
Yes.
How did it feel being that close to AJ?
It's not my fighter, though. It's the same with every fighter.
What do you expect to do July 25th? What's the dream? Do you expect to knock out AJ July 25th? You knock out everyone, that's what you do. When you win, you knock out.
It's not gonna go 10 rounds or 12 rounds, how it's gonna be the fight. It's not gonna go 10 rounds the fight, it's gonna stop the fight.
You expect to stop it?
Yeah.
For Prenga, Joshua is simply another fighter in his way, and he plans to show no respect, making it clear that after defeating him, he will take all the belts home.
If you stop him, it will be one of the biggest upsets in boxing.
We're gonna see in July 25th.
Why are we only seeing you now, Kristian? I look at your record and only one defeat, knockout, 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 knockout. Why has it taken so long to see Kristian Prenga?
I just signed a manager.
Now we'll see you.
Yeah, now you see me.
Is this the dream fight for you, or is there someone else that you dream of fighting?
It's a good fight for me. It's the biggest fight I see, but I think I have the dream. I need the belt to send home.
I like it, a belt to take back to Albania.
Yep.
Prenga is frustrated that Joshua's team has already picked him to lose, but instead of backing down, he sends a warning that the Tyson Fury fight may never happen.
They expect you to lose. You've come here almost to upset the apple cart, they say here, to cause the big upset. Do you find it offensive they've picked you to lose?
I don't think it's offended me, but I'm happy because they underestimated me. I think it's not good idea he make a plans to fight Tyson Fury. I like to make my plans only God. I don't want to make plans for myself. Because if I make a plan for myself, I want to go on top of God, and I can't do that. The God is first, it's the only one. He make the plans, and I think I'm gonna break his plan.
Prenga did not coming in slow. He believes he has found flaws in Joshua's game and plans to exploit every weakness. Meanwhile, Joshua explains how his training has made him a stronger and more complete opponent. He confidently insists that no fighter from his era is still chasing greatness the way he is, and beating Prenga is the next step toward matching Fury and achieving his ultimate goal of becoming undisputed.
I've been through trials and tribulations during my career, but I feel like those trials and tribulations just show me how strong I am to be able to still be standing today. I know a lot of people wouldn't choose to be sat here today. They would choose to be somewhere else on a beach because they don't want to go through what it takes to be a champion. We're talking about undisputed champion, we're talking about unified champion, world champion, and beating Prenga on the 25th, so he's still got big ambitions.
On the other hand, Team Prenga is confident their champion can land the one big shot needed to break Joshua. Their strategy is simple: avoid a long battle and force an early finish. Prenga's manager Keith Sullivan believes Joshua has made a major mistake by looking ahead, warning that planning multiple fights at once has caused problems before and could once again derail his dream of facing Fury.
I'm confident that on July 25th in Saudi Arabia, one punch is going to change Kristian Prenga's life for the better. Confident of it. You know, you look at these fighters that make this mistake. They line up two fights and they overlook inevitably. As much as they say they don't, they overlook the fight that's in front of them. You know, I think Joshua was supposed to fight Wilder, but Wilder took a tune-up fight and got, I think it was against Zhang or maybe Joe Parker, one of the two, but he got knocked out. I think it was Zhang. I think Zhang knocked him out, and I think Parker beat him on points. And then that Wilder-Joshua fight never happened because Wilder's coming off of a loss and it just didn't make sense. There's countless examples.
Revealing that even there is a rematch clause in the Prenga versus Joshua deal, Sullivan insists that if Prenga wins, their preference would be to move toward Fury. He warns that Joshua cannot afford a setback, claiming if he fails to secure victory against Prenga, his future at the highest level could be in serious doubt, and his chances of major fights may be over.
If it happens, we're going to look, you know, you can see the giddiness coming across my face. You know, we would look to fight Fury. There is a rematch clause. But I just think if Joshua doesn't win this fight, he's finished. It's over for him.
While the risk and reward are clear, Tyson Fury's next fight with Mariusz Wash has only increased the frustration among fans, who feel boxing is moving away from the fights they want. Wade argues that even Prenga has not faced major names, but Fury fighting Wash is far more questionable, considering Wash's recent bout was against MMA influencers.
You got, no offense to the guy that Anthony Joshua's fighting, but who the fuck is Prenga? Even if he is 21-1 with 20 knockouts or 21 knockouts, who the fuck is that? Why are we doing this? Tune-up fight this, tune-up fight that. This is Tyson's second tune-up. No need for it. Completely and utterly embarrassing. Apparently, this is, someone said unmasked Kane. He's not talking about this guy. He's talking about the other, he's talking about the Hills Have Eyes dude. Where's he at? Let me see. This guy. Holy cow. Yeah, dude, I just, this is why people make fun of the sport of boxing when it comes to the best fight and the best conversation.
The frustration is obvious, and Fury's fight with Watch on July 24, one day before Joshua's bout, has fans demanding more from boxing. Wade calls it a complete disaster and hopes the Joshua versus Fury fight does not happen, believing both opponents risk damage against lesser competition after prioritizing money over elite challenges. Fans deserve the best fights, not mismatches against fighters far from the highest level.
They gotta pay us to watch this? Yeah, bro. This is garbage. This is garbage. If this goes longer than a round or two, this is absolute garbage. I mean, there's a Netflix logo right there, but I don't know that this is an official poster. So the Ring magazine will co-promote with Queensberry, and then, you know, Gold Star is Tyson's management. How embarrassing, though. I mean, why are we even... This is the stuff that makes me hope that Tyson and AJ doesn't happen. I hope this dude knocks Tyson out cold. We want Mariusz Whack to whack Tyson upside his head, bro. Because what is this? There's just no reason for it. There was no real reason other than, you know, AJ wanted to have one after he got in the car wreck. I get it. But this one especially, there's just no reason. No reason to have it happen. And boxing will absolutely deserve it.
Wade speaks for many fans who believe this is an insult to boxing, but he still wants to see Fury obliterated by Watch. As for Joshua's fight with Prenga, he believes the car accident may have forced him to return against a different opponent. However, Fury already had rounds against Arslanbek Makhmudov, and choosing another warm-up fight suggests he still feels something is missing.
And you told us this was the next fight. AJ Fury. AJ has to go get a run-up because he needs to get back in fighting shape, I guess. Okay, Fury gets his run-up with Makhmudov, and now he has this other one. If someone slips on the banana peel, boxing deserves every bit of it, because you kept this fight from people for a decade, and it could have happened, and it should have happened, and it would have happened, except for people being too greedy, not wanting to sign contracts, being a little scaredy, wanting to go fight for belts, never unify, etc. Tyson's only doing this so he can stay active, I guess. Because AJ's going to stay active, he has to stay active. It's dumb. None of it makes any sense, but it would have made more sense if it was someone with a pulse. Like if this would have been somebody around Makhmudov level.
On the other hand, Max Kellerman believes this is the right fight for Joshua, noting that the Jake Paul bout was never a true challenge. He feels Joshua's performance was not at his best, and after the car accident and losing 2 friends, the emotional and physical toll makes Prenga a realistic warm-up opponent. He also highlights Prenga's potential and physical attributes, which could still create a difficult test.
He will face the 6'5" Albanian heavyweight Prenga as part of the Esports World Cup, which is a premier annual sporting event and global celebration of competitive excellence and esports fandom. And I'll tell you what, even though it's a tune-up, heavyweight boxing with a guy who can throw a right hand. After what AJ went through, he did not look great against Jake Paul in spite of what you said, Malik. And I think that's partly because he had a lot of pressure on him. He didn't want to get caught with something stupid and lose to Jake Paul. It's a nightmare scenario. Right. But then surviving a car accident where 2 of your close friends don't survive the accident, you can't underestimate the kind of emotional damage that's done.
As Max highlights Prenga's height and punching advantage, Malik Scott ensures that Joshua is stepping in fully motivated and ready to shock many people. He points to Joshua's boxing credentials compared to similar fighters, noting that while the styles are different, the comparison helps showcase Joshua's toughness, experience, and power. Scott believes those qualities will once again be on display.
Your first fight back, you don't want to jump right in with Tyson Fury, but he's fighting a 6'5" guy who can throw a right hand. Like, it's not, like, you know, stranger things have happened. What are your thoughts on the tune-up?
Max, you made a great point I want to go back to real quick because I noticed when me and you make certain comments, people, they really run so far with it. We're not comparing AJ, Cotto, and Arturo Gatti as the same type of fighters in general. That's not what we're doing, but we're saying what you can expect from these kind of fighters. When you see a Miguel Cotto fight, you can expect to see action. You can expect to see vulnerability on his side and his opponent's side. Arturo Gatti, you can expect to see action. So this is what me and Max mean. We mean when you watch AJ fight, you know it's going to go one way. For sure, you're going to get your money's worth.
Sharing his thoughts on Prenga, Scott believes the fighter does not have an impressive resume and is nowhere near Joshua's level. However, he admits anything can happen in boxing, and if Prenga executes his plan, the world could witness an embarrassed Joshua inside the ring. Scott believes Joshua cannot afford to lose this battle because he still has a major mission ahead and a much bigger fight waiting.
I would say the best name on his resume, as far as I can say, and I gotta, shout out my Philly guy, Joey Dueco, who's a tough guy, can be slick at times, and he was able to beat Joey Dueco. Now, do he have anything extremely sexy on his resume like AJ do? No, you can't compare that at all. But like Max said, what you can do is compare. We have a big man that knows how to throw a right hand, and guess what, Max? He have nothing to lose. And if this moment don't get to him, because he's never been on a stage like this. We could talk about techniques and what's his advantages, but the real thing is how is he going to react to this stage? AJ has been here so many times, and in this case, AJ has a bigger fish to fry, meaning Fury. So we're going to see how Prenga handle it.
While both Fury and Joshua are focused on their upcoming opponents, their future is already being mapped out. Spencer Brown has revealed that once Joshua and Fury get through their warm-up fights and finally meet inside the ring, the winner could be lined up for a clash with Ajit Caballo. This means whoever comes out victorious from the Joshua versus Fury showdown may have another major heavyweight challenge waiting next.
After that fight takes place, and when Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua, I said that. I wanted to see your face there, actually, because I know you're an Anthony Joshua fan. He's a lovely fella, Anthony. But when he beats him, it's all lined up for Tyson Fury to fight Ajit Caballo, or for Anthony Joshua to fight Ajit Caballo. But Ajit Caballo and Tyson are big friends. But business, they both spoke to both of them, and they would both fight.
While Fury continues to face criticism for choosing Watch, Fraser Clark steps in to defend the decision, having previously faced and defeated Watch himself. In his view, the matchup is strategic because Fury is preparing for Joshua, a naturally bigger heavyweight. By facing someone with greater size, Fury can test himself against the physical challenge ahead.
This is probably not a negative to say about it all, to be honest. It's strategical, we know that. It's Marius Wack. We know what he offers, we know what he's doing. He's a big lump. If he's preparing for AJ, he's probably bigger than AJ, I think. He's been around the block. You know, I've beat him myself. I think last time I seen him in boxing ring. If last time I seen him in boxing, Moses Atuma put him over in about. Oh yeah, I seen him fighting like 4 people at once, which was crazy. But yeah, it's calculated, and obviously, as we've seen in boxing over the last few years, if you're at the top of the sport, you sort of choose what you do and what you don't do. Tyson's doing that over in Thailand, where he's training. Doesn't want to do too much traveling, from the sounds of it. Flying, Marius whacking, a glorified spar, I think.
Clark believes this fight is genuinely helping Fury prepare in the best way possible for Joshua. As far as the criticism is concerned, he feels Watch can still provide the challenge needed. However, this also creates another possibility where the Joshua versus Fury showdown could happen sooner than expected if either fighter suffers a defeat in their upcoming bout. The pressure is high, and one mistake could change everything.
You know what I mean? But it'll go down as a contest. Probably smart stuff, keeps him busy, keeps him in fight preparation as such. You know, in terms of doing the ring walk, doing everything, preparing up to a fight. But I think this is basically just to keep me busy fight. Bit of a tick over.
Here's one for you. Who wins, Marius Wack or AJ's opponent, Kristian Prenga?
Oh, it's a good one. Listen, Marius Wack, he's no mug, you know. I think that Prenga's a little bit more younger, a bit more fresher, but I'll say Marius Wack could do him, you know.
The risk of Joshua versus Fury not happening comes from the frustration surrounding the matchmaking, but both sides remain focused on getting through their warm-up fights. Prenga's manager has already warned Joshua that he will be stopped, but Joshua remains confident he will defeat Prenga as the heavy favorite. Eddie Hearn also backs him, insisting Joshua will dominate Prenga and eventually do the same against Fury.
If we can't beat Kristian Prenga, we don't deserve to be in a ring with Tyson Fury.
You don't want
yes,
someone
of course, everybody's dangerous. This guy, I actually didn't know he was European kickboxing champion. That's given me a massive bum twinge, I'll be honest with you. But this isn't a guy who was a kickboxing world champion who's never boxed before. He's got 20 fights, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. Like, he's an accomplished fighter. Now, just because he's never beaten an elite world level guy, guess what? He's never fought one.
Yeah. Doesn't mean
so we might be bang unlucky, and he might be really, really good. But hopefully, and I believe with what I'm seeing, AJ will go out there and poleaxe this guy. And guess what? Once he does that, he's going to poleaxe Tyson Fury as well.
The criticism surrounding Fury's opponent continues, but many view Joshua's matchup as a genuine comeback test. Prenga is a former kickboxer who has built a record of 20 boxing fights with a high number of knockout victories, making him a dangerous and formidable opponent. However, expectations for Joshua are extremely high, with fans demanding an early finish within 2 or 3 rounds.
But he has to overcome this, and as we saw with Alexander Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven, physically you can get yourself into that condition, but if there's no fear factor here, psychologically you can underperform. We saw that against Usyk, and hopefully we don't see it against Anthony.
No, because this guy's a boxer and he'll make normal shapes. But Prenga said, and I do agree with him.
Former kickboxer, by the way.
Former kickboxer, yeah, but he's boxed for a long time now, 10 years. The thing about he's saying about AJ is this is a lose-lose for him, and unless AJ goes in there and dominates him and knocks him out, which I believe he'll do inside 3 rounds, if not 2, I think it is a lose-lose for him, and I think Prenga's right in that respect to throw that out there.
The belief is that if this truly is Joshua's comeback, he needs to stop Prenga within 2 or 3 rounds and make a statement. Many also argue that Joshua's fight with Jake Paul was never a real test, claiming Jake was several levels below Prenga. With his strong frame and proven punching power, Prenga is viewed as a much tougher opponent, leaving many convinced this fight could unfold very differently.
Absolutely. Again, that's the mind games, you know, and I think that Prenga's spot on with that analogy. You know, Anthony Joshua has to go in there, he has to be spiteful, he has to get the job done for me inside 3 rounds as well. There's no feeling out process. You've got to go in there and show that you are back, make a statement. I think that's what he has to do, AJ. So he's in a lose-lose situation, you know, going into this one, because that's what people expect.
And he hasn't actually won a genuine fight, because you can't, even though we were there, we covered it, it was a great occasion, he won the American audience over. The Jake Paul victory in December last year wasn't a real boxing match. He held Jake Paul up for several rounds and then he broke his jaw in 2 places against a guy who really is 9 levels below him.
Experts suggest that if Joshua fails to make a statement by stopping Prenga within 2 or 3 rounds, the criticism from fans will only grow, leaving him in a lose-lose situation. At the same time, there is plenty of optimism, because Joshua has teamed up with Usyk, and preparations are reportedly going well. Many believe that training under Usyk's guidance is exactly what Joshua needs for a convincing comeback.
And if this is the warm-up for the biggest monolithic, megalithic boxing match we've ever had in the UK. He needs to have a great camp, to have all the Usyk guys around him, and go out there and prove that he's tip-top.
Absolutely. Listen, he's out training in Valencia with Team Usyk. I think that, you know, he's been under the watchful eye of them. He said he's made improvements, not just physically, but mentally. The training regime has been military as well, and you're going to see a new improved Anthony Joshua. And I know it, even at the age of 36, people are saying, how can you improve? Well, he says that he has improved, and that he's been under the tutelage of Team Usyk. It's going to be interesting.
I think psychologically they've been brilliant for him, and Alexander Usyk is his new mentor and cheerleader, and I love all that.
As for Joshua, he understands the challenge ahead and insists he is training harder than ever. For those who believe the Jake Paul fight meant very little, Joshua says this bout with Prenga is a continuation of that journey. He believes the improvements made since facing Paul will make him even more dangerous, and he is determined to deliver his best performance yet when he steps into the ring against Prenga.
It's a continuation because of the data that showed in the Jake Paul fight. We need to do more than that. Prenga's a completely different opponent, but the training, I think, is a progression towards improving as a whole. There's standards, there's goals I need to hit in the gym. So basically, yeah, the Prenga fight is leading me forward to improving my training, basically, because what I was doing for the Jake Paul fight won't help me beat Prenga. I need more.
What do you think happens next? Does Joshua make the statement everyone is demanding, or can Prenga pull off one of the biggest upsets in recent heavyweight history? Drop your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, and exclusive updates.